book of Revelation, chapter 9, verses 12 through 16. One woe is past, and behold, there come two woes more hereafter. Verse 13, and the sixth angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the four horns of the golden altar, which is before Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Verse 14, saying to the sixth angel, which had the trumpet, loose the four angels which abound in the great river Euphrates. Verse 15, and the four angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour, and a day, and a month, and a year, for to slay the third part of men. Verse 16, and the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Harakah. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace and blessing and salutation to the elect men who continue to push this truth throughout the four corners of the earth in these final days. Shalom, Makim. Shalom. All right, straight to the point, real quick. World War III, whoa. The war to end all wars is upon us. It says, war fears rise as the Chinese Air Force sends another 56 warplanes toward Taiwan. Okay? World War III is imminent. Okay? All the major prophecies are flat out, okay, on the table, dead in your face. Okay? It's no avoiding it. All right? There's no escaping it. All right? Yahweh Bashem Yahushai said in the last days he's going to pour out his spirit upon all flesh, according to the book of Joel, according to Acts 2 and 17. Okay? The men of the Lord, we see it beginning with the elders and apostles. These are Edomite so-called scholars, okay, who studied warplanes and UFOs, okay, and missiles and rockets and everything like that. They see this thing coming down the pipe, okay? And in another alternate news, which goes into the website naturalnews.com, it says China setting the stage for nuclear war with Taiwan, with Australia, with Japan, with India, and the United States of America, Babylon the Great. The book of Isaiah, chapter 9 and verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood. That's what happened during these prior wars and everything like this. Okay, the Cold War, everything like that. All right, just every battle period. Okay, upon the battlefield. All right, was with confused noise. Okay, you had cannons going off. You had knives. Okay, you had spears. You had every all type of armory to crush your opponent. And when he's dead laying on the ground, you see nothing but blood coming up out of his garment. Watch this. All right? But this one, this last world war, the war to end all wars. Okay? But this one shall be with burning and fuel of fire. What did it say in the article? It says China is setting the stage for nuclear war. Wars and rumors of wars. Matthew the 24th chapter. Prophesied. Yahweh Shah said it was going to happen. It's plain upon the table. All we do is get the news, filter it through the scriptures, and bring it out on the highways and byways, and do our sit downs. All right. So let's go to Isaiah 54, real quick. Isaiah 54. Hope I got it. I hope I got it. My page is tore out. Isaiah 54 and 16. It says, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. For whose work? For the Lord's work. The Lord is mustering this battle. He's orchestrating. He's setting it up. Nuclear war. These prior wars, okay, going to Revelation 9, which I'm going to do a breakdown on, okay. The Hiroshima and Nagasaki bomb, okay, with the Edomite Robert J. Oppenheimer, okay, who created that bomb, okay. The spirit of the Lord was on this devil, okay, to create this weaponry, man, for the Lord's work. He used Esau to do his work. And he's going to use Esau once again. And these missiles are going to turn on Esau. Okay? Now I just seen yesterday, Greece, France, and Portugal, which are a few of the 10 horns in this beast system, okay? They are strengthening their ties together. All to fulfill Revelation the 17th chapter and the 16th verse, when they're going to turn on America and shoot the missiles over here. 200,000, as I just read out of Revelation the 9th chapter. All right? Isaiah 54:16, the latter part says what? And that bringeth forth an instrument. So a nuclear weapon is an instrument for his work, for the Lord's work, Yahweh Shah. And I have created the waster to destroy. Malachi the 4th chapter. The day burneth. The day cometh that shall burn like an oven. All right? So in the article it states, USS Ronald Reagan, USS Carl Vinson, HMS Queen Elizabeth, and JS all sail together. It says, I write about ships, planes, tanks, drones, missiles, and satellites. So the war is coming. You're going to have ships in the sea. Now you're seeing what? You're seeing all the United States saying, well, we have nuclear hypersonic missiles on our submarines in the sea. China's making noise. Japan's making noise. All right? Russia's making noise. Iran, of course. And Iran wants to attack Israel, man. That's prophecy, man. That's going to happen. Okay? So when Israel attacks the Iranian nuclear site, okay, to keep them from so-called getting the bomb, okay, Iran is going to blast that land. And then America's going to be drawn into that war. Okay? Because they're allies with the gutter rats over there. Let's go to Jeremiah. Like I said, I'm going to get this in, get it done, and get out of here. All right? Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 22. It says, a sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction. What kind of great destruction? Nuclear missiles, warheads. Okay? That's what's up on the table. All right? Over there in Iran, they have what you call the uranium enrichment. With these nuclear scientists, they go in there and test, okay, the missiles, okay, with their glasses on, with a clipboard, with a white robe on, okay. You can look all this up on the internet, man, on YouTube, okay. This final battle will happen, and the Most High is getting it together. Let's go to Zechariah. Most High is getting it together, man. All right, it's going down. Zechariah chapter 14 and verse 12. And this shall be the plague, wherein the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. And their eyes shall consume away in their holes in the back of your sockets. And their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. Verse 14. And Judah also shall fight against Jerusalem, and the wealth of the heathen round about shall be gathered together, gold and silver and apparel in great abundance. And so, verse 15, shall be the plague of the horse, of the mule, of the camel, and of the ass, and of all the beasts that shall be in these tents, and this plague. This is a plague of the Lord. Yes, the Most High, Yahweh Shah, is sending plagues upon the earth, but you have an ultimate plague, the greatest plague that's coming, nuclear fire. In the article it states, 56, that's how many warplanes the Chinese People's Liberation Army Air Force sent in 2 waves into Taiwan's southwestern air defense identification zone on Monday. They sent 56. 56. Tell me the Lord's not at work. The book of Isaiah. The Lord on his job. Always. Isaiah 13 and 4. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people. A tumultuous noise, which means a destructive noise. Look the word up. Of kingdoms, of nations gathered together. Let's stop right there. Remember that point right there. It says of nations gathered together. All right. Let's go to the book of Joel. Let's go to Joel. Finna get it. Joel chapter 3 and verse 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, we in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, the southern kingdom and northern kingdom. Verse 2. I will also gather all nations. What did he say? I also will gather all nations. Isaiah 13 and verse 4, the latter part says what? A tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gather together. Precept upon precept. Joel 3 and verse 2. I also will gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, Yahweh Shaphat, the Levant area, the valley of decision, the valley of judgment. Around Saudi Arabia, the great river Euphrates that's being dried up right now. Okay? And will plead with them, which means judgment, the word plead, there for my people, for the Israelites, the elect, beginning with them, and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. All you nations are going to get that work from the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. Okay? Now you have over there in the land of Israel, they're trying to depart the land. Okay? What they call a quote unquote two-state solution for the Palestinians and for these fucking Israelis. Okay? It doesn't belong to neither one of y'all. Okay? The Amalekites and the Ishmaelites. It doesn't belong to you. Now you have these presidents, beginning with that monkey Obama. You had Trump. Now you have Biden talking about a peace treaty for these nations. That's not gonna happen. The Gaza Strip, okay? Praying at the Western Wall. All right? It's not gonna happen, man. That's more planes by far than China ever have sorted for a probe of Taiwan's defense. The record surge comes right after a 3-day air power beams that saw 93 PLAAF planes fly through Taiwan's ADIZ, which lies just outside the country's airspace. The Most High got it out for you, you nations, man. All right? For dealing with the apple of his eye. Here goes your judgment right here. 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 1. Woe be unto thee. Woe means destruction. Babylon and Asia. What's Asia? You have the Korean Peninsula over there. North Korea. Oh, I forgot to mention them. They're going to be in this thing. They're flexing their muscles. They say, we're giving you a final warning. You have these weak nations coming up against America. Let the weak say I'm strong. Okay? That's in the scriptures. Okay? Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Verse 2. Oh, and Syria going to get their ass kicked too. They're going to get blasted. According to Isaiah 17 and 1. Hold on, since I'm already right there, or close to it. Isaiah 17 and 1. The burden of Damascus. What's the capital of Syria? Damascus. China, Beijing, Iran, Tehran. Okay? The burden of Damascus, behold, Damascus is taken away from being a city, and it shall be a ruinous heap. It's going to get wiped out. Okay? Yes, America's going to shoot their missiles on certain parts of the earth. Okay? It's going to be missiles flying here and missiles flying there. But 200 million is coming over here. The Lord got it out for this bitch. Okay? That's it all through the scriptures. Jeremiah 15, 51. Isaiah 13. Revelation 18 chapter. Okay? I can go on and on. It says, verse 2, 2nd Ezra 16 and 2. Gird up yourselves with cloth of sack and hair. Beware your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. A sword is sent up on you, and who may turn it back? The Lord being, got away with doing his thing, man. I can talk about great death and have laughter and humorous lines with it. It sounds so, it is so poetic. Okay? Verse 4. A fire Isaiah 95. A fire is set among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? When these missiles are shot off from the ends of the earth, who's going to stop them? Who's going to take the missile and send it somewhere else? No, because they're going to be guided by the Elohim. It's going to accomplish the Lord's pleasure of seeing great death, of seeing flesh burn off the body. All right? So it says, verse 8, the mighty Lord, who? The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? Backs it up right there, man. The mighty Lord is sending these plagues upon these nations. Okay? Yes, the MOTB is happening. It will happen. It will happen. Okay? The centerpiece of prophecy. But the great destruction is coming through World War III. Facing the east, giving all infinite honor and glory and praises to who? Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Harakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone who rule and teach well. Peace and blessings and salutations to the elect men who push this gospel throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom, Makim. One more precept. Back in Isaiah 13 and verse 5. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord, and the weapons of his indignation. It said what? This is the Lord's work. The mighty Lord sent up these plagues. Okay? Of his indignation to destroy the whole land. What land? Babylon the Great. The Lord got it out for this bitch. Yes, it said these nations. It said what? Babylon. It said Asia. It said Egypt. It said Syria. Okay? Israel, you're going to get whacked away. All right? Verse 6. How ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand, it shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. From the Almighty. That's who it's coming from. All right? Nobody else. All right? And he's going to use Esau's missiles, which the Lord created, to turn on his own self. It's going to be his own destruction. All right? Shalom, Abal Babal, Kwam Yashal, World War III.